tired now. And on that note, welcome back to another episode of DUDEPOOL Gamescast. I'm the host, as always, the Dude 250, known everywhere as Nick Druliard, Nicky D, Nick Danger, the dangerous one, hanging out with my man, the video game, Schwarzenegger, the man, the myth, the legend, the local prostitute of our neighborhood.
I'm a global prostitute.
The global prostitute of all of your neighborhoods. Taylor Sager. Aliens exist.
Hey guys.
How the fuck is everybody today?
Everyone's great. Everyone's grand.
You hear that? You're feeling good, and doesn't fucking matter what you say because the global prostitute just called you great.
Happiness is up. It's trending.
Happiness is up like his dick.
Yeah.
Woo!
Rock hard and
We're here today to talk to you about a little subject-areno called Evolve. A game that came out.
Evolve! It came out like
a year and a half, 2 years
or
ago.
something. Yeah, February 2015.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Came out a while ago, and it has since gone free to play.
Free to play as of yesterday.
Yeah,
hey,
that's
look at
weird
that.
news.
I can rhyme too.
Yeah, you fucking Dr. Zeus over here, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, it's free to play.
It went free to play.
Yep. There's a little bit of gripey gripes about this. About the
Yes.
gripey gripiness.
I think they're bitches, but
I think you can understand why
carry on.
Or where people griping from.
You carry on, I'm getting a beer.
Like me, I think that Nikolai here bought the game for a cool $69.99 Canadian dollars.
Incorrect.
I
got it on sale.
Oh yeah, so did I. Yeah, no, we bought it on sale, so it's not that bad. But anyway, so if you bought it, you get founder status in the free-to-play version, which they say gets you characters down the road, I think, and skins, exclusive skins, because they are going to be doing weekly updates, they said.
Mm-hmm.
But the only other thing you get is 3,000 of these silver keys, which isn't even enough to purchase a character. The way that they're doing it now that it's free to play is they're doing it similar to like a League of Legends style, where they're doing free rotation.
Cool.
So it's 4 hunters and 1 monster that's free every week.
Right.
And then they're going to add more hunters and add more monsters, down the line.
Makes sense.
And then you can use these silver keys to buy the ones that you like.
Sounds like a good model.
That's the very standard, I guess.
It's very standard.
Online
Very standard, but it seems like a good model, a healthy model.
It's a certainly good one for Evolve.
Yeah, it is now.
But the people who have bought it for $69.99 are essentially being like, well,
right.
What? This is all I get.
Right. They don't feel like they're getting enough of a kickback.
I feel like I should have all the characters because
right.
I paid you $70.
Sure.
Right.
Here's the thing that I'm going to say to that. If you've paid $70 and gotten over 40 or 50 hours of gameplay out of it, you've probably already gotten that $70 or $80 back, and it's not going to be there for much longer. The community was already fucking dwindling, man. So who are you going to play with, right? And here's, I'm just going to read this little statistic here. The game's free-to-play re-release had set the active play. This is from Kotaku, just to give them props. That game's free-to-play re-release had sent the active player base from a few hundred to tens of thousands. Yeah. That growth has only continued to explode over the last 48 hours, with the peak amount of players hitting 51,099 players. From a few hundred up to 51,000. So here's what you players are getting in return. The ability to continue playing the game you like. Yeah. That seems just to me.
And I think that
it does, because otherwise the game would just die and you wouldn't be able to play it anymore at all. So your money's essentially gone. Yeah. It's gone, and that's all you get from it unless you have a group of friends that continually play it, which is probably not going to happen.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I was going to say. A lot of the people that are griping about this probably haven't played the game in months.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, yeah, I mean, what do you?
It's
why?
that weird,
why are you
that
even
weird
mad
sense
about
of
it?
entitlement again.
You didn't play it because you couldn't play it because there's nobody fucking playing it.
Why don't you give me superhuman motherfucker so I can't die?
Yeah, I can.
Shut up. What do you want? You want him to give you a tug job?
I mean, I can understand, like, if you bought all the DLC and all that kind of shit, if you got all the characters. If you bought just the vanilla game, I don't feel like you should get all the characters, because, I mean, they give you 4 characters and a monster for free every time anyway. And I mean, you only had the 4 hunters in the vanilla game anyway.
Right.
You had more than one hunter for sure, or more than one monster. But I mean, you're pretty much getting the same thing. Also, they added in a whole skill tree thing to all the hunters and all the monsters that you get different levels. You have.
Tell me if you think this is an apt analogy. You propose to a woman of whom you love.
Is she a monster?
No. Just hear me out here. You propose to a woman of whom you love. That woman comes down with cancer. And she's going to die. It's over. Unless you... I don't know. Where am I going with this? She's going to die. She's going to fucking die.
She's dying,
unless
dude. She's dying.
Unless you give her over to 100 doctors for free. And those doctors can save her life.
To have sex with her?
No, take sex out of it. I never said sex.
So wait, where's the downside on my...
But I'm just saying, like, okay, Evolve was going to die, and you want to play it because you love it. So you have to give it to all these other people for free and let them have their hands all over it.
Yeah, so they're...
Give the cancer patient to the doctors and let it live.
So they're going to have sex with her, that's what you're saying.
Why do you got to bring it there?
Because I feel like there has to be a downside for
doctors
this
don't have sex with cancer patients.
You don't know that.
Fuck, my mom had cancer.
I didn't say that
Mom,
specifically
why
happened to her.
did you fuck the doctors?
Oh my god.
You said that.
No, I didn't.
You said it.
Okay,
you said
but I feel
doctors
like your
fucked my
analogy has to
cancer-ridden
have a
mother.
downside. Where's
You
the downside for me as the person with the wife of who has cancer?
I didn't think the analogy all the way through. The downside is that if she doesn't go see all these free doctors, she's gonna die.
Oh no, free doctors. I really feel like this analogy is breaking down.
No, because you spent like 10 grand on the diamond ring, right? And she should be. Okay. No, I got it. You spent 10 grand on a diamond ring to propose to this woman to make your wife. She's got ovarian cancer. Now you have to give them to all these doctors for free to go play around in her twat to make it better.
What?
Does that make sense?
This is the worst analogy ever.
People, I hope you can see where I'm coming from because I think it's great.
It's close, but no.
Basically, you just let the doctors play with the vagina so we can keep playing it for free so you can have it back and play with it more.
Anyway, let's get back on topic. So the free game that now has cancer or whatever and needs doctors, it
did need doctors. That game was dying.
They took out a bunch of the different modes in the game, which I don't really care about. I mean, they took out, like, evacuation was actually a really fun mode that we played quite a bit.
Why would they downsize the modes?
Because they wanted to focus it only on hunt.
Oh.
So there's hunt, there's ranked hunt, and then there is, like, I think custom maps or whatever.
Can we call it rank cunt?
Rank hunt?
Rank cunt.
Rank hunt, yeah.
Oh, that's nasty.
Gross. But yeah, so that's basically all there is. But then, yeah, they added, like I said, the skill trees to each character and each monster that you go through and build those up.
Right.
There's 40 levels, I think, for each one. And then, yeah, every week it switches over. So, I mean, they essentially added a bunch of shit to make Hunt better. They changed the UI a bit. They changed the maps. And they changed a lot of the different things that the monster does so that it's less of like a cat and mouse game and more of kind of like a closed arena match. Like the monster starts already with enough points to go to level 2.
Oh.
The mobile arena, you know, that like dome
that
people put down, everyone gets it.
Okay.
So instead of trappers having the mobile dome, they get this like sonar thing that shows them where everything is around them.
Interesting. So they've really tweaked the shit out of it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, the mobile arena has like a party-wide cooldown. So if one person uses it, it cools down for I think like a minute or
that's
something
neat.
like that.
That's neat. So you can't just do one after the other because that's
like
immediately where my head went, and I was
down,
like, spam that motherfucker.
No, but there's like if you. They also added a thing like if you run up and start attacking the thing, it like puts in a prompt like a hot prompt to put the mobile arena down. Right. So you just like as soon as you start shooting it, you just press a button and just mobile arena's right around the motherfucker.
That's dope.
So yeah, they really try and make the maps a little bit shorter.
Because if you're with a team, that's what I found playing Evolve before with you guys. If you're with a team and we don't know what the fuck we're doing, The monsters got a massive advantage.
Yeah, and they also nerfed a lot of the monsters.
Cool.
Like a lot of the time, it was kind of unbalanced. Like
Yeah.
if somebody chose like that wraith monster, and once they got to level 3, you were just fucked.
I still feel like it was only unbalanced because you didn't know how to like play the characters correctly and like use them as a group, like cohesively. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. A lot of that too. I don't think they added in anything like that, like to like suggestions on what
hard
characters work
fucking
best.
game to get off the ground because it takes a lot of people to be dedicated and driven into learning the mechanics, and I don't think they did a good enough job with explaining how it all it flowed together.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's kind of like a League of Legends or a Dota in that respect, where you got to have the people that really want to put the 1,000 hours into learning those characters and fucking figuring out the best strategies.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, but I mean, they had those little videos and stuff like that you could watch.
Yeah, you could, but the thing is, especially on console, a lot of the people that jump into a first-person shooter just want to just start shooting, right? And so they pick the rocket launcher dude and just start firing rockets at the monster. And I'm like, why isn't he dying? It's like, well, maybe you didn't put your fucking traps down, you piece of shit, you know, and like do all the little things. But
yeah, they.
I had such high hopes for that game, and it was hyped up so big, and I still think it could be fucking dope. So I'm kind of stoked that the player base is that big. We should get on there and maybe film a Let's Play or something of it.
It would be kind of cool. The only other thing that this kind of means is that we're probably never going to see an Evolve 2 then.
That's not true. That's not true at all. Like, if they get a big enough rating on this and people actually love it and, like, get a feel for the game, then they could easily release an Evolve 2 or even an Evolve 2 that's a free-to-play but with more shit and all this stuff and new graphics engine and all that kind of shit. Right?
Yeah, but I feel like they would just do it as, like, an update.
No, it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Like, do you think we're going to see a Dota 3? You know?
No.
Like, I think that once you make it free to play and have this sort of thing in it, you make it like a platform. It's no longer just a game. Now you have to add things to it. Now you've got like a 10-year, 15-year plan.
Yeah, but I think it's different for a game like this than Dota, whereas Dota can get away with that cutesy art graphics and like polygonal shapes and stuff like that. A game like this demands graphical updates every 5 or 6 years.
I mean, that doesn't mean that they have to release a whole new game, though. I mean, you can release, Stage 3 or whatever. This is Stage 2. You can release Evolve Stage 3, and now the graphics are updated, in a couple years, right?
I think it's a decent business model to get people hooked on the free-to-play, though, and then release a full-fledged AAA title again in 5 or 6 years.
I think
with the same amount of features, but then more.
Like I don't think that a ton of people are going to buy it, and then the community will die off, and then they'll have to make it free to play.
Not if you have enough people that know how to play the game, and then add enough new players to learn to like for them to figure out.
If they make a Dota 3, do you think they're going to charge people to play it?
Yeah, they charge people for Dota 2, but I don't think you'll see a Dota 3 for another 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
But that's only because it's so big that they don't have to. I think a game like Evolve will not have the same standing or esports notoriety that a game like Dota or League of Legends will have. So I think financially they'll have to do a full-fledged release at some point. They're just a game development company and a smaller one. Turtle Rock doesn't have any other titles. Right.
Not really. I mean, they can.
So they can generate enough income, but they don't need to staff a whole team either to keep doing updates.
They did do Dead or Alive and Dead or Alive 2. I mean, they could.
No, they didn't. Yeah. Those are fighting games, first of all.
Or I mean,
Left 4 Dead, and they didn't do 2. They did 1, and that was it.
Yeah, I guess 1. Yeah. But anyway, they could, I guess, go back and do another one, like scrap this whole project and go back and do a game like that, essentially.
Yeah, well, I mean that's also true. They could just keep like their free to play team together and doing that shit, but time will tell. I think a big part of it will have to do with there's a big influx in players right now over the first 2 days of it going free to play, sure, because it's free. Everybody's going to download it. How many people will stick with it? Time will tell. Yeah. And that's when you really see whether they'll do sequels or they might even just scrap it all together if in a month or two nobody's fucking playing the game.
It's a great game. I feel like people are going to play it for a while. I mean, it's a really good game.
I just even talking about it, I'm like, yeah, I could get back into that because there was some fucking cool weapons and it was different and a neat art style. There was a lot of character in those players, those characters.
And you get new characters every week, and like
You say that, but that's gonna be new characters every week is huge. Like that's I don't think you're gonna get new ones
Not-
every single week.
No. Sorry, not like brand new ones every week, but they have I think like 40 characters or something, or less, maybe like no less.
They
Like,
did not have 40
have-
when
they
we
have
were
like
in there.
4
They had
weeks
like
of
they had like
characters, I think
they had
is-
like 10 when we were playing maybe total.
they have more now. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, that's a balancing issue. You have to fucking
They-
test the living shit out of a new character before. Like, that's Dota. It took, like, they released, I think, 80 at launch or something like that. They're up to 100 or so now. But they had all these other characters that they were balancing on closed servers for months and months and
Yeah.
months and
No,
months.
I didn't mean new characters. I meant like
Right.
they're gonna cycle through the characters. And
Oh,
I think
so you mean like the ones that people have access with the free to play, but me and you should
Exactly.
have access to pretty much all of them right now. 'Cause we
Nope.
paid for it.
No, that's what I'm saying. You barely get anything if you're a founder. You don't even get enough of those keys to buy one character. And then that's it. That's all you get right now. And then like later on down the road, they say you get exclusive skins, I think, and then maybe exclusive characters
Okay.
or something like that, where you get.
I'm also on the
characters
side
early,
of like, I don't think they did that maliciously. I think they did it because feasibly they needed income to keep this thing going.
Yep, and I mean they're giving you like you're going to be able to play through all the characters in a month anyway.
Right.
But yeah, and I mean I don't think, and 90% of the people who bought the game weren't fucking playing it anymore. So
I wonder how like they got to give you different characters for each account. Not everybody can have the same free to play players every week. Otherwise, you're just gonna have teams of the same people, and you can't double up. Can you?
well, I think you can only have one trapper, one assault, one.
Right.
And that's how it is. Like they have.
Yeah, but if
one of
everybody's
each.
playing the same free to play, say they have one of each type that's free for that week.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody has the same ones every week, you're going to be playing with the exact same teams week after week after week, and that will kill the game.
That's true, actually. And there's only going to be one free
That
monster.
will kill the game. So what I'm saying is the free to play players for you have got to be different for the ones for me,
That's true.
and so on and so forth,
Yeah, that
to
would-
create diversity,
I don't
right?
know. I don't know if that.
To
stays
create
the
these,
case
you
in
have to.
reality, right?
Otherwise, it'll just be the same trappers every fucking week, and it'll be boring.
Yeah. You'll know exactly what the free to play team you're going to be playing against is essentially.
And that's not
And the
that
people
sucks.
who buy monsters
That-
can
that-
buy the monster that,
That
can
fucking
counteract
sucks.
that.
That sucks because the coolest part of Dota and League of Legends is the team composition and figuring out who you're gonna play with and who you're gonna counterpick and all that kind of shit, right?
I don't think they really do that in this one because you don't know what the monster is.
It'll be interesting.
Before
Like we should
you-
download it and try it.
I did download it. Yeah, I haven't gotten on and played
I'll
it.
download
yet.
it later. And
I've looked at it and
check
looked
it
at
out.
the new shit that they added, but I haven't actually gone through a match
Right.
yet. Yeah, I mean I like what they've added to it. Honestly, like they've made, like I only really played Hunt and Extraction, which was just like a, yeah, I don't know.
defend the point until
Yeah,
you
it was,
can get out of there.
Yeah, which was cool. But I mean,
very cool.
Hunt is kind of the main thing in that game
Yep.
anyway. So
You want to find that motherfucker?
yeah, I'm liking that they're just kind of beefing up that.
Yep.
And then kind of throwing out the stuff that didn't really do so hot.
Totally.
And then adding in all that like kind of leveling and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
So I think it's a good way to get this game.
Yeah, they're clearly putting a
Or
lot of
more
thought
life.
into it, which is nice. And like, it's nice to see that they're still supporting it after it's clearly died. When there's only a few hundred, and like the other thing I saw was like, it's not like it's affecting other games. Like Battleborn's considering going free to play soon because of this. They've gone down into the hundreds of people playing
Yeah.
instead of the thousands
Bad,
because Overwatch just destroyed them.
Yeah.
Everybody jumped to Overwatch, and I think if Battleborn went to free to play model, I would jump on that.
Oh fuck yeah!
Right?
Yep, I'd jump
Yeah.
all over Battleborn if it was free.
Exactly.
Even if it was reduced price, honestly.
Yeah.
If it was $20 or like $30 right now, which I mean
Right.
that would be bad for them. I would actually feel bad for them if that's all that was going on. I think they would make more money if they did a free to play model, sort of like what Evolve is doing.
Possibly, yeah, absolutely. And they have like the League of Legends Dota background MOBA-esque to do it. They could just follow that exact same format.
Exactly. Yeah.
But-
yeah.
Like I said, if
But
you
they'd have to
haven't
get more
if you haven't
characters.
played Evolve. Now's the best time to get into it. It's free. Check it out. It's a competent shooter.
It's
and
good.
and just take your time with it, please. I implore you to learn the strategies
Mm-hmm.
and tactics. Maybe watch a couple YouTube videos on
Yep.
how to
There's-
and shit like
There's
that.
videos right in the game. There's little like.
There is, but you can
tutorial
get way
videos.
more from a guide from somebody talking to you on YouTube as well. That's like there's a lot of really in-depth stuff out there right now to learn how to play it, and do that before you jump into it. Take your time with it because you'll get more out of it, and you'll keep the game alive a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's different than most of the other games that you've played. That's for
Which
sure.
is nice. Like it sucks. A lot of people get turned off when they have to learn something new. Stick with it, and you'll get more out of it. I guarantee you than your average game. Instead of finishing a Call of Duty campaign, just put a couple hours into learning the mechanics, and then you never know how many hours after that you get out of that fucking game. You know.
And the community's there now too, so
Yeah.
you'll be able to find games
Yep.
like nobody's business. It'll be good.
Evolve, man. Check it out. DUDEPOOL approved.
Reapproved.
It's reapproved.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're gonna check out the free-to-play model, and maybe we'll give you a little update later on in life. But from here on out, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
If you liked this video, please feel free to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see our pretty little faces every fucking week. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/officialdudpoolgaming and on Twitter at
DUDEPOOL Gaming.
boop boop. From us to you. We'll catch you next time, dogs.
See you guys.
Boom.
Is that a train whistle?
That's what it was.